developmental position, though. I mean, all you seniors redshirted and have gotten better each year. What does that say about his rise at this age, 19 years old?
Panay, man, he could have went the first round last year. You know, he's just one of those special players, one in a decade type of guys, and I think he's always been a step above in every sense, physically, mentally, and all that kind of stuff. And, you know, you've even seen his game take off from last year to this year, just being more comfortable. And it's only going to progress from this. So I think he's a one-in-a-decade type of guy, and he'll be a guy, you know, long after I retire, I'm still telling my kids, I play with that guy, you know what I mean? So he's a special guy.
What does the Rose Bowl mean to you as a West Coast guy?
I grew up watching, you know, I grew up watching every single year. Watching, you know, Washington, and you know, I was a Washington State fan, so when the Washington State went to the Rose Bowl way back, that was kind of a big deal. But yeah, it's a huge game, man, and it's obviously a lot of pageantry that goes with it, and it's a national televised game, and it's usually a pretty exciting offense, you know, so I'm excited to play in it, man. But it's more importantly, it's my last game here, man, and this last week I've really taken my time to really just embrace my teammates, man, and just really relish these moments because it's special.
Was playing Utah, a team known for their physicality, a good rep for what you're going to see against Wisconsin?
Yeah, you know, I think Wisconsin has a similar kind of thing. I think Wisconsin's O-line and D-line are a lot better than Utah. Better running back. Well, you know, that's debatable. I don't want to say that. They're both great teams, man. And you know, it's two physical teams. I feel like Wisconsin's a lot like us. Yeah, physical. Be cool.
I mean, we still got a little ways to go before the actual game, but can you already feel this is different than, you know, say, I don't know, last year the Red Box Bowl or any other bowl?
Yeah, like I said earlier, man, I was telling Matt, we won the Red Box Bowl. We weren't going to get rings just because it's not a championship game, and Coach Criswell kind of emphasized that. You know, if we didn't have rings before, that was my first ring. If we didn't win a ring before, we wouldn't have got a ring. Especially that senior class, they never won a ring, so Coach Criswell felt it was a good opportunity to give us a ring for that. But he said, you know, this isn't a championship game. Like, we deserve it, but at the same time, like, this isn't our standard. This kind of game isn't our standard. So that kind of, you know, set the tone for what it means to play for Oregon football, and that means winning championships every single year. So, yeah.
What does it say about you guys? You know, you speaking of the senior class, like sometimes the seniors, you know, that have an NFL career might want to sit out a bowl game, but it doesn't seem like that was a question for any of you guys.
It's a big game, man, and I think coming back this year, this is always kind of our goal collectively as a senior class, and you know, this is a huge opportunity we couldn't let down, you know, and I think that's obviously an individual's, you know, respective decision to choose to sit out or whatever, because I could understand at the same time, but you know, we got a great group of guys here, and I really love each other, so that'd be really hard to see. So.
Given how much you've seen this program grow since you were going through it, where do you think that the sky's the limit for this program now that you've seen, you know, the way that the coaches are recruiting in the off season, and, you know, what you guys are accomplishing over these last few years?
You know, I think the biggest difference is going to be offensive defensive lines. I think we're going to continue to recruit these guys, and just development. This is a developmental game, man, and you've seen guys that came in two classes below, like Alex Forsyth, Ryan Walk. These guys are going to be name brand players here in the next few years just because of development. So obviously there's a factor of Coach Criswell and Coach Mirabals and all these guys' recruiting ability, but at the same time they're, you know, even better developers. So it's going to be really interesting to see, and I think this, like I said, this culture has to win championships, man. This is what we work for, and so hopefully we continue it, man. Hopefully I come back 10 years from now and they're kicking butt still. So.
Shane, you guys had 32 scholar athletes on your roster. I mean, just what does that mean to you guys, and how important is the academic side of this?
You know, I personally think that academics and football really just coincide with each other. You know, if you're willing to really just be on time, be respectful of teachers, and get all your work done, you know, behind the scenes, because a lot of stuff you do on campus isn't really seen on the football around here. So, you know, I think it just coincides. You know, better students usually equal to be better football players, and that's what Coach Criswell usually talks about. So. It means a lot to us. Yeah, it means a lot to me too, because my mom's gonna love that. I have 6 of those sitting up there, so that's big time for me.
If you were telling young Shane Lemieux something coming into Oregon, what would you say now that you know where you guys are at right now at this point?
I think just relish the opportunities with your teammates, man, because after I get out of here, man, it's not going to be the same. It's not going to be the same relationships. It's not going to be the same brotherhood. And it's not going to be, you know, as comfortable as it is here. And I think just really get to know everybody on the team, because I think the biggest factor we've had coming into this year that's made us a different program is just how tight-knit we are. And I think, you know, I can look at like guys like Thomas Graham, who I wasn't close with when I first got here. You know, we're locker mates now, we're best buds, man. It's different. And when you care about somebody, you play a lot harder for somebody, because one, you don't want to let them down, and then secondly, you trust them. So, yeah, that's big time.